You know that feeling when you walk into a server room and it just looks like a cabling factory exploded?
Oh, yeah, the spaghetti monster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you've got, say, 16 critical machines in one rack, and you actually need to get your hands on them.
That's the classic density problem. You can't exactly set up 16 monitors and keyboards on a little folding table.
Right. And today we're looking at a piece of hardware that tries to solve exactly that. It's the NTI RACMUX-4K17-N-16HD18GB.
That is a mouthful.
It is a bit of a mouthful, but the specs on this thing are surprisingly aggressive for what it is.
Well, it's a 16-port Rackmount 4K KVM drawer, and aggressive is the right word. Usually these rack monitors are just functional, barely good enough to read a command line.
That's what I thought too. But this one claims to be a full 4K workstation packed into a single rack unit, a 1RU space.
Which is only 1.75 inches tall.
Yeah, and I want to dig into that because fitting a 17.3-inch monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, and the switch itself into that tiny drawer, it feels like a physics puzzle.
It is some tight engineering. I mean, the one-drawer design is standard, but the execution here is different. You pull it out, the monitor flips up, and you're not looking at some grainy old VGA terminal.
Right.
You are looking at Ultra HD. We're talking 3840 by 2160 resolution at 60 hertz.
I saw on the spec sheet it supports RGB 4.4.4 color.
Yeah.
That really caught my eye because, you only really care about that for high-end video work. Why? Why put that in a server rack?
It does sound like overkill, doesn't it? But it's actually about text clarity.
Okay.
A lot of screens, they use chroma subsampling to save bandwidth, which is fine for video, but it makes fine text look kind of blurry or fringed. If you're staring at thousands of lines of code or log files for hours, 4.4.4 means every single pixel is sharp. It's an eye-strain feature, really.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. So you have this high-fidelity view, but you're looking at up to 16 different computers. How seamless is the switching?
It's all internal. The unit has HDMI outputs for up to 16 of these Ultra HD USB computers, and it's platform agnostic.
So you could have a mix of anything.
Anything. A Windows Server 2022 box, a Linux cluster, FreeBSD, even Mac Minis running Mac OS 13.
And since we're talking about managing that many inputs, I noticed the transparent USB 2.0 ports on the front. I'm guessing that's not just for loading firmware.
No, it's a full pass-through. You can connect flash drives, sure, but the documentation specifically calls out SAT card readers.
Common access cards. Okay, so this is built with secure facilities in mind, government contracts, that sort of thing.
Precisely. And that ties right into the fact that the unit is TAA compliant.
Which is the Trade Agreements Act, a big deal for U.S. government procurement.
It is. It ensures the supply chain is secure from trusted nations. And that also explains the focus on build quality.
You mean like the torque friction hinges? I was reading about that. Seems like a minor detail, but...
Oh, it's not minor at all. Anyone who's used a cheap crash cart knows the pain of a monitor that wobbles every time you type.
Or one of those spring-loaded ones that tries to snap shut on your fingers.
Exactly. These hinges are designed to just hold the screen exactly where you angle it. No wobbling, no springing. It's an industrial stability feature.
And speaking of industrial environments, the reliability stats were interesting. The MTBF, the mean time between failures, is listed at 22,738 hours.
Which is, what, about 2.5 years of continuous 247 operation?
Right.
And in the real world, the screen isn't going to be on 247, so that lifespan extends out significantly.
And it's doing all of this while drawing about 51 watts.
Yeah, pretty efficient for running a 4K panel and an active 16-port switch.
So you've got one person install. If it's in 1RU, it manages 16 servers. The price tag is around $4,745. That feels steep for a monitor and keyboard.
But you can't look at it like that. It's not just a peripheral.
So it's the cockpit.
It's the cockpit for the entire rack. You're condensing, maybe $5,000 worth of switchgear and peripherals into one single drawer. It lets one operator manage a massive amount of computing power from one chair without that cable mess we started with.
It really does highlight the hidden complexity of data centers, doesn't it? We all just see the cloud, but somewhere in a cold, dark room, there's a piece of hardware just like this RACMUX, making sure all the physical servers are behaving.
The cloud has to live somewhere.
Yeah.
And someone has to hold the keys, or in this case, the keyboard.
A perfect way to put it. Thanks for unpacking this with me. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.